Hello students, this is the first video session class of chapter number 4, making web pages in HTML. Now after completing our chapter number 3 more on QBasic, let's continue our class with chapter number 4, making web pages in HTML. Now let's see here what are the topics we are going to study in this chapter number 4. Now making web pages in HTML. Now the topics we are going to learn in this chapter are purpose of HTML. What is the purpose of HTML? Then the requirements for working in HTML. What are the requirements that we are going to need for working in HTML? Then HTML elements. What are the HTML elements? What are tags and attributes of HTML? Then the basic structure of an HTML program. Creating and saving HTML document. How to create a HTML document as well as to save the document which we have created in HTML. Then using HTML elements to create headings, drawing a horizontal line on a web page with the help of a tag. Now adding comments to the HTML coding. These are the things we are going to learn in this chapter. Now let's continue our class with chapter number 4 here. Now let's start our chapter. Most of you are familiar with the internet as a powerful tool to access a vast network of information. Most of the information available on the internet is free, making it accessible to millions of people around the world. This information on the internet is available in the form of special electronic documents called web pages. A collection of related web pages from a website. You require special software called web browser to view these web pages. Internet nowadays we all use internet. You may be using internet in your smartphone, even in your laptop or desktop, also in your computer at home, your personal computer, the computer so internet or mobile phone smartphone smartphone we all use internet in our smartphone. Smartphone smartphone papagi mamagi dadagi smartphone internet now internet is available in the form of special electronic document called web pages. Web pages web page the collection of many related web pages website website any website web pages may hapke MSPDCL website web pages click any web page recharge website suppose Facebook, we all use Facebook nowadays. Facebook Facebook www.facebook.com website any any link click web page web page website okay. Now you get special software website web pages special software web browser browser Google Chrome Opera Firefox Internet Explorer web browser different type of web browsers are there. Now do you know that HTML was invented in 1990 by a scientist called Tim Berners-Lee 1990 the HTML inventor the purpose was to make it easy for scientists at different universities to share its others research work share share HTML invent okay. Now I'll explain all the chapters here, okay. And while if you need any suppose practical ꯁꯨ ꯌꯥꯎꯔꯛꯀꯅꯦꯕ ꯁꯤꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯛꯇꯀꯣ ꯑꯩꯅ explain ꯇꯧꯕ ꯃꯔꯛꯁꯤꯗ practical ꯌꯥꯎꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ ꯁꯥꯅ practical ꯃꯄꯥꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯍꯥꯏꯔꯝꯒꯦ ꯍꯥꯟꯅ ꯂꯣꯏ explain ꯇꯧꯊꯣꯛꯑꯒ practical ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯃꯀꯣꯛꯇꯒꯤ ꯇꯧꯕꯗꯣ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯇꯧꯔꯒꯨꯝꯁꯤ ꯁꯤꯗ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ ꯍꯥꯟꯅ explain ꯇꯧꯔ ꯆꯠꯈꯤꯁꯦ once ꯑꯃꯨꯛꯇꯪ explain ꯇꯧꯔ ꯆꯠꯈꯤꯕꯁꯦ ꯁꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯔ ꯃꯇꯨꯡꯗ ꯑꯃꯨꯛꯀ practical ꯑꯣꯏꯅ practical ꯌꯥꯎꯕ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ practical ꯗꯨ ꯁꯥ ꯑꯗꯨꯝ show ꯇꯧꯔꯒꯦꯀꯣ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯗꯤ ꯅꯣꯏꯗꯁꯨ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ boring ꯆꯨꯔꯛꯑꯅꯦꯕ ꯍꯥꯏꯗꯤ ꯆꯦꯞꯇꯔꯁꯤ ꯂꯣꯏꯕꯗꯤ ꯍꯧ ꯇꯥꯔꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯒꯤ practicalꯒꯤ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯆꯞ ꯃꯥꯟꯅꯅ ꯑꯃꯨꯛ ꯇꯥꯛꯑꯅꯤ practically ꯍꯣꯏ ꯈꯤꯇꯪ ꯈꯪꯕꯕꯨꯗꯤ ꯍꯦꯟꯅꯤ ꯑꯗꯨ ꯑꯣꯏꯔꯒꯁꯨ boringꯆꯨꯔꯛꯄꯁꯨ it may make you boring also so I'll explain as well as when there is a need for practical. Okay, I'll show you practically also. Now the question is how these websites created websites how are these websites combined HTML. What is the full form of HTML? Hypertext Markup Language. The full form of HTML is Hypertext Markup Language. It's a special computer language that is used to create web pages for the World Wide Web. www.i is now World Wide Web. World Wide Web key in a web pages same HTML program. HTML is popularly known as the mother tongue of browser. HTML is a mama lone and web browser malon mama and mother tongue of HTML is popularly known as the mother tongue of browser. Okay, now let's see here. Open a web page in a browser. Right click anywhere on it and select the view page source or view source option. When any web browser ama hangdoaga web page amada any right click to solo right click toraga the drop down menu list macam tholakaneba data koina view page source ta click to biro or natragana view source ta click to biro. You will see HTML coding which is used to create these web pages. Daiba page hangiba page to adu web pages to sarakpa semakpa matamda changiba program web my source code after learning this lesson you will understand what goes in making a web page and what are the rules to make web pages chapter. Now let's start here. What do you need to work in HTML? Now what do we need to work in HTML? We need an HTML editor, generally the application called a Notepad. In Notepad have a computer any operating system installed you can open this Notepad. Notepad has a compulsory need to create and save documents. HTML editor has Notepad to create and save document. Notepad nattrasu atopa application atopa software sijanasu kisu kaide ado Notepad simadi baru Notepad sidi any operating system happen Notepad compulsory yaone dugini man Notepad haiji a web browser to view these documents or then create after creating and saving the HTML documents. To open the HTML document which we have created and saved, you need to have a web browser to view these documents. When you save a page to web browser natragana web any kind of web browser basically an HTML document is a plain text file for which you require simple text editors like Notepad, WordPad, Notepad to Israel, WordPad to Israel. There is also the option of using ready-made HTML editors like Microsoft Frontpage, Adobe Dreamweaver, etc. These things are also ready-made HTML editors. The advantage of using these editors is that you can quickly create web pages without really having any knowledge of HTML. But if you want to professional grow in the field of web pages designing, you need to learn special languages like HTML, CSS, Java, JavaScript, and the like. Sumbasingse khangba ma darkar oye. Cause yamna koina henna khangingba special language khangingari HTML, CSS, Java, JavaScript singse khangba ma darkar oye koina henna manuhutna khangingari. Now, what are the parts of web pages? The part of a web page. Now, every web page is divided into two sections or parts. Two parts or two sections. That is the head and the body. Each section has to be separately programmed in one HTML document. Head habanga, body habanga, part ani thona khaidue. The head section consists of the commands to control what appears on the title bar. with title. We already know what is a title bar. On the top of the web page, we can see a blue bar that is known as a title bar. Okay. Now, what page you are opening, you can see from there. When the title hang ibdo, adugi title bar haji quite mathakta. Any page hang kana quite mathakta lay do adu bunyo when title bar haji. Adna head labels na control command kaide. Commands to control what appears on the title bar of the web pages, while the body section contains language command to design the web page by inserting objects like text, API, images or graphics, even graphics also, and even videos and songs, etc. These things happen na body da web page sugi body to udini duga web page sugi top ta udina title bar da aduduna koina head na control to udini body sina manung da ugado poching. Now elements and text. In order to present different objects on a web page, you use elements that tell the browser how you want your website to look. You have to command fajan have these elements. Season agudini koina elements season amadung tawdini. Different elements of an HTML document are denoted by special HTML documents called the HTML commands called text. Koina text season agani basi text season aga HTML command text season aga elements in there. Every text in HTML starts with a left angle bracket, that is less than sign, a left angle bracket, followed by the name of the text, dot example HTML, and ends with a right angle bracket, ID is a greater than sign. Less than sign na opening angle bracket na do is a left angle bracket, ID right closing angle bracket na right angle bracket. This is a marakta text HTML. Every HTML coding ko every text in HTML coding angle bracket si left angle bracket na horaga anung da happy rani text to aduga right angle bracket na texts are not case sensitive, but since small letters are less strenuous to eyes, programmers prefer using more of them. HTML gi text si small letter na number e nahi hai. Okay. Now, for example, left angle bracket HTML, then right angle bracket is a text that declares the opening of the HTML program. When a HTML program may matamda, by first asigi HTML se hapaga left angle bracket right angle bracket gi enclose manung da HTML se hapane any HTML program hobo matamda. There are two type of text. The opening text, that is HTML haga angle bracket right angle bracket duga left angle bracket in a right angle bracket hapaga, and the closing tag, that is slash / sama hapan si data sigi angle bracket hapas data marakta HTML is sigi mamang da sila / sama hapagadi closing tag ko na every closing tag will be followed by this / plus the opening tag, that is HTML na opening tag whatever ni si closing, that is the / sama hapaga HTML within this left angle bracket and right angle bracket. Note that the closing tag has a / now I told you just now / as a prefix to the name of the tag to gi koina hokriba opening tag to dugi mamang da / sama hapagadi closing tag oidine uji hangriba closing tag. Every tag khudimaki opening tag khudimaki closing tag malum nai ne. Opening tag to na HTML oragadi closing tag ta / HTML lakani enclosed within this angle bracket, left angle bracket and right angle bracket. The content that has to be added appears between the opening and the closing tag. Sigi opening siga HTML opening siga closing siga manung da loina mo koina thoni photo sigi manung da loina mo hapadoi. Now basically there are two types of HTML elements in HTML. There are two types of elements in HTML. First one is the empty elements that require the beginning tag only. Beginning tag and the business empty elements. Then the container elements. What about in container elements that require both opening and closing text? Container elements have. Now structure of an HTML program. Let's see here the structure of an HTML program. Every HTML program has the following basic structure. Now HTML within this, enclosed within this, left angle bracket and right angle bracket. Starting tag of every HTML document. Every HTML document kudingi sigi left angle bracket ka right angle bracket ki manung da HTML tharaga adum yawgone every starting tag of every HTML document. This is starting tag ne HTML document amagi koina any HTML document ama same kuding. Then head, beginning of the head section of the web page. The head and happening head tag ne sina. Then title tag, tag to decline the title of the web page. Title li khwai mathak to ukado do koina. Title of the web page in thajno khwai mathak ta like do ni title da ko. Title ID se da blue bar se mathak like is ne title je. Type of the title of the web page, it appears on the title bar. See title bar se thokado ni title of the web page. Then see title ji the opening tag in title gi sina closing tag kai no so forward slash sama pa see head tag ji the close the one closing the head tag of the web page, closing the title tag. Then body, beginning of the body section of the web page. All text related to the placement of objects on the web page are typed between the open body tag, the open body tag and the closing body tag na slash sama hapani body na closing body tag. Yung muna yung seda left angle bracket body daga right angle bracket. Here also same seda left angle bracket amo what le. One left angle bracket is missing here. You can put here one left angle bracket, then forward slash body right angle bracket. Altogether mani sigi left angle bracket ama seda hapada. Sigi opening parenthesis le matungda si manungda left angle bracket ama seda hapamo so what le sigi. Okay. Now body tag say now it's the closing tag of the closing the body section of the web page. Body section se close option re slash body hai. Then after that to say the left angle bracket forward slash body right angle bracket say the left angle bracket so what level ko see mahap chalo. And closing the HTML say the HTML document say starting tag of every HTML document hai give me say HTML thai ji. Now say the forward and left angle bracket forward slash HTML hai ji say the closing the HTML document is close. Now this is the structure of a HTML program amagi structure name is okay. Then after that creating an HTML program, now we'll create these and let's see how we can appear on the how we appear. We'll see this practically. Aina hai je minus explain tong na sa practicals minus from matam da practical season na patam ne ko sana practically tharaga noi dom utui ni boji. Now I'll show you this also. Now let's see. Now let's read the steps first. Creating an HTML program. To create an HTML program, the steps are as follows. Now step number 1, open the text editor. Notepad se hangdopi ni faster. Now you have to see the steps carefully and you should understand this. What happened to create an HTML program? Create okay, open the text editor. Notepad have a text editor se hangdopi lo. You have to open this. Then second step, write the HTML coding for the web pages you are creating. Nana create the HTML coding do happy ro. Now how to write the coding also we'll see. Okay. Afterwards, one by one. Say the happy daga same do name ko. Figure number 1 the page. Writing an HTML program using the text editor. Notepad ta see same do ni. Now this is a very simple one. Kamanya yamtina simple way see ko. Now say the how to do HTML. The HTML hape HTML is the close of the head hape the head to say the close of the title hape title the my first web page hare. Then head to say the slave head is the close option re title to say title is close over. Then body how is the body that this is my first attempt to create a web page happy or anything you can write inside here. Then the body close over. Now body is open to the close over. Then the HTML whole HTML program is close over. Then how to save this? Saving a document as HTML page. The command save to save the file in the specified folder as an HTML document. Add the file extension .html after typing the file name. Otherwise, the file will be saved as a document file. When a notepad ta hanga sembanina, nang the file extension habidi kari karamba file no ta aga .html hapam the bedi. File name you can put anything. File name can be anything as you like. Ang apamba file maming di hapayay, but extension you must put as .html extension happy gadang .html hapragadi माजे document file ओइना save तौरनी notepad ता okay document file ओइना save तौरगा सो मु यिंगसी अदुगा सिगी .html हापगना कमाइन थोले हाबु यिंगसी okay as shown in the figure number 2 figure number 2 दा थोइ बसे figure number 2 ngथाइ थोखिबने सोना कनो को माइना थोलकनि हाबनि open the folder where you save the file. You will find the file within the icon that resembles your browser icon. Koina hapiba browser do nang haidi nang Mozilla Firefox hapadi Mozilla Firefox ki icon thoni Opera hapagana Opera gi thoni Internet Explorer hapagana Internet Explorer gi icon thoni na hapiba browser du gi matungina default the same is the browser open thona double click to execute the file double click to solo hangna bi namata you will see the output of the on the default browser of the computer as shown in figure number 3 viewing the output of the browser sumanya tholaka dunia now you cannot see here properly you can see on the textbook you can refer your textbook music textbook ta dum yenga urani sida same ba pochi kaino haibasi mathakta sida tharijna asagi koina title hakibudo title of the web page or my first web page body dana sida this is my first attempt to create a web page haisna body das mind tholaka dunia okay now you can switch between the text editors to make easy changes and save and changes and save and browser to see the output after making changes every time you have to save the latest changes in the notepad click refresh button or reload button on the browser to see the fresh changes in the output nana changes to yengna bai nangta refresh natraga reload tawro aduga nangna make changes to sendokpasu yae ba koina text editor to the notepad to the save thamaga sendokpai wani koina hajigo now let's write this program and let's see now before continuing the html attributes makha yarisingsi tawringaida let's write this small program about html document and let's see how to save and how we can view the output will execute and see the output here command thole have to yeng siko and open the notepad here and let's see how you can open a notepad you click on the start button here and in the search the web or the windows you can simply write here notepad Notepad you can write notepad here my computer is little bit slow okay notepad then after this the notepad appears here you click here then notepad will now this is the window for notepad now here let's write the program here the angle bracket okay left angle bracket then in small letter you write html and close with the right angle bracket and you press enter after this you write angle bracket again then you write here head and after this title title let's write here my first my first web my first web page then after this let's write here see the close the now see title see my first web page have see title see a close the so instead of writing again this one you can write here you can copy you write here forward slash some more right click and paste the close option again after this see HMU HMU close the copy the running right click paste here and you put here forward slash title is the close away head is the close away then you open the body here there's the body open to see now what you are going to write in this body this is my first attempt to create a web page or anything you can write this is my first attempt to create a web page. Now after this, let's close the body here. See body see close see copy toraga ಇದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ body paste toraga sida closing the forward slash am happy rani. Then after this, you have to close the HTML starting tag of HTML j close the will sida close down our sida we put a forward slash am happen. Now if you save these as a HTML hina save to suppose file the sange now save to sida save to matamda suppose let's save this in file save to jige si document the save to rank khalaji or in the desktop save to rank khalaji ko desktop save to matamda sida suppose you write as document and save to rank khalaji document and save to rank aduga sida extension masagi dot haga html to half the bit extension can you do that save to rank khalaji let's save to rank. Then you have to close this set of document si desktop ay is ni sida ko nya si document si to sa ina double click to matamda to ngasagi notepad to dum thule is. Now this is not what we want chinati ko nya pamidi what we want is it should be open in a web browser the thoklaga title bar da my first web page hagadavni then body that this is my first attempt to create a web page hagadavni aduna ko nya save to matamda it should go to the file go to save as. Now here let's write here dot one hapaje first nina ko first program nina one dot the html one dot html we should put the extension one is the name of the file maming ni one the dot html is the extension maming is mine save over. Okay, now you save here and you can close this. Now see here I browser is the opera ni ko opera browser ni na sigi symbol icon is mine thola ini aina google chrome so yawi google chrome da hanga se opera yawani na default je opera thami opera thola ini ko cd project the one haisne dot html my extension this the uraroi only one is on here. You can double click here so double click to matam let's see here what is the output. It's processing system je kitang lumed na kitang tappe sargise. Now it's processing here. You have to double click here, double click the file you have saved and now you save to give a file do the double click to give the call. Now see here it's open here. It will take a little time. Here see title bar ni see title bar se my first web page hai seda body dana this is my first attempt to create a web page body just fine hai see sumai na thola ka doine ina title bar in thalin my first web page thalin seda this is my first attempt to create web page na ni see my first web page sigi muhutta atopa ma tharaga this is my first attempt to create a web page na atopa ma tharaga mu yeng suppose asai koina save to give the muchang. Now I'll open this document here. Now instead of this my first web page, let's write here Ramakrishna Mission School Ramakrishna Mission School, and I'll type here Ramakrishna Mission School, and instead of this body I'll write here Uripok Bachaspati okay, comma title bar da Ramakrishna Mission School Tharaji, then in the body da Uripok Bachaspati Lekai Tharaji. Suppose Uripok Bachaspati Lekai, then I'll save this again as I'll save these in the desktop again. See, desktop set over here. I'll write as one is not 2 dot html extension. Don't forget to put the extension dot html se help you go. Then you save here and you can close this. As I set to with one later, you set to 2 later. Now when you open this document 2 here, just you have saved. Now talk about 2 yang color suppose. Now see here in the title that's the Ramakrishna Mission School ure see the title the Ramakrishna Mission, then Uripok Bachaspati Lekai Imphal na body doing ure. As I give first is na my first web page is na aduga sina title bar ure sina this is my first attempt to create web page na file number 1 then is file number 2. This is how we can create web pages using HTML. Okay, there are different techniques. Now let's see. Techniques color hapa adagidi sayda koi bold ohen ba click toba underline toba adagidi koi sayda bullets kamay hapani paragraph kamay semgani. There are different techniques here while creating this HTML program. Now let's continue our chapter and see. My first way to save to matamda .html hapaga. Any name you can give. Maming the name of the file name can be anything, but you should give the extension .html hapada. Nangna maming di pining mama piro aduga .html hapada yade. Okay. Now let's continue our chapter. Chapter continue to say now HTML attributes. A simple HTML document ama simple HTML program ama di koi title magi title bar se kamai hapkani title bar da title se kamai hapkani and body da kamai hapkani body da body tag no body hapa title gina title tag no title hapa khange koi na du hoji yeng next. Let's see the HTML attributes. Now some HTML elements can have attributes attached to them that provide additional information about an element. Attributes are always specified in the start tag. For example, if you want the body of the web page to have pink background color, you may write body element in the following way. Body element da koina background is pink ha ke di kamai ha pani ha yeng. Now let's see here. You can start multiple elements together for an object on the web page, but be careful to close them in reverse order, like you close multiple brackets in mathematics. Mathematics the first bracket ama open to di first bracket to close ho mafam exam. Second bracket ama open to di second bracket to close ho mafam exam. Third bracket ama open to di third bracket ama close ho dami. Adumaina koina tag se hapa matamda tag se open to di tag to close ho am play. Now both background the pink color half a body bg color equal to double inverted comma the pink is a right angle bracket close to. In this tag, bg color is an attribute of the body tag that defines the background color of the body as pink. Body color is pink. Note that the value of an attribute is written in double or single quotes after an equal to sign. See equal to matungda double quotation haidi double quotes hairagadi double inverted comma je si manungda natragana single inverted comma gi manungda thamgadabane. Hangani gosina body je pink color be one. Now let's put this bg color body bg color pink to the program just we have written, and let's see just we have whatever HTML program just we have created. Now let's add this busy color equal to pink, and let's see whether it changes the background to pink or not. Okay, now this is the document just we have created the notepad file. I have saved here separately, and these are the web pages that we have created. This is document. I kept this as a document in order to if we need any changes, then we can just open here and make the changes here. I see the web pages how to save tore do say the .html haptagari document when is mine lay hiraga in .html haptan thamisna there konya changes tonging agari change on them. Now body, now space, you can put here bg color, bg color, bg color equal to, you can have double quotes here, then you can write here pink. Okay, and close the double quotes. Body bg color equal to pink here, then close already, then you can save this. Okay, and after this you can save as below, then you can save these as document. Oh, I'll delete this first. Now you can save this as document and save to. Okay, there is no file here as name document. I have deleted document. You can save this as document, or you can document and save to in the desktop. Now save here, or you have to put here dot html. Don't forget this dot html. Dot html have to be dot html, then save here, and document is created here. Now when you double click here, let's see here what we have just created. Let's see here. You can create now here my first web page. This is my first attempt to create a web page. Now the background color is pink here. The background color says the pink which is minus pink orange can be by one. I got background color change so for in a pink down. Now I'll close this. Okay, so in order to change so we save this as a document file. Document file save to thamidisina notepad oina and changes the same. Now let's see here again, the background was pink. Okay, see the background pink. Okay, now let's change this background again to some other color here. Suppose I'll write here, for example I'll write green here, so green and color suppose in. Now I'll set. Now let's delete hana set of the document file. See create document file. I'll delete this. Now I'll create another file here, save as another. See again the 3 and the 1 2 layers 3 target, but you have don't forget to put dot html number the call where the call html name, then save here the total 3 3 say background color bg color equal to bg means background color. Okay, in color also, while writing color also color color you know American spelling Britain spelling that is color with this is American spelling American this is color wave color this is color color you know. Now see green whatever. Now let's open this and see we have changed the background color to green. Double click here. Now first this is the new one. Now see here background color change green the change away. This is how. Now likewise we tap now one by one. First the HTML close always the head key head the close over the head key manung the title title the my first web page there. Then body color bg color body color hapa green pink hapa khange sina body manung the eva text ni duga body the close option bida / body droga duga end of the HTML program sina / HTML na end of the HTML program close over. Okay, one by one we'll see. Now let's continue our chapter again. So continue to see text used in the body section. Okay, bg color background color change over khange. Now text used in the body section. This section tells you about a few texts that are used to design the body section of a web page. Body section to kari kari yaw hai to yenga da yada design to no be body section da. The uses of text depend entirely on the way you have planned your web page to appear on a pami mungda toning baloi namak yai. Now let's see here body tag. The body text section of an HTML program is represented by the body element, which is a container element. Container element opening closing. It contains various HTML text that are used to insert objects like text, images, pictures, etc. on the web page. There are several attributes of the body tag itself. These attributes help in formatting the body of a web page. But formatting the web page so picture gumba text gumba hapsan matamda season na some of the important attributes are listed in table 1. Attributes of the body tag have attributes in there now the busy color name or its hexadecimal code the color name the blue my hexadecimal code has to be 60 DE or so mina busy color si blue tholakani or direct blue and e so yeah used to define the color of the background of the web page की color hexadecimal code or color background image name with extension file with file extension image की maming do plus file की extension used to place an image as a background of an web page so imong da color hapagi muta background do picture in happy hagadi koina body bg color की muta background है equal to image की ममिंग दो हापीरानी dot image की extension दो हापीरानी considering the image is in the same folder as the HTML program कोइना HTML program set तौर दो अदु दुगी मनुंग दा हुजिकी image सिजु सिगी folder मनुंग यावगदा कोइना हाको दोइबा background हाको दोइबा picture जे सिजु HTML set तौर folder दो अदु मनुंग यावगदा यादे okay text the color name or hexadecimal code anaga color mami do body text body bg color hagana background color body text hagana body dugi text dugi color of pink on 101 top margin number of pixels top margin 30 na koina value je bibirani then left margin left on the kan nani top on the margin kya pini now these are the common attributes or the important attributes some important attributes of the body tag koi body tag ki some attributes name ko there is only one body tag in HTML program da body tag ama khatang lay all the attributes given in table number 1 are to be used in the same tag with one space between each attribute space ama piraga loinamak tag ama loinamak season abi yae now visit this website to get the color codes that you can use designing the web pages the color codes the web pages se changbiro ado color code mayam lay du noina sida magi color code to loimo logo ani hexadecimal gi se color code hoise why color code mayam to have okay okay students for today let's wind up here let's wind up our class here now we'll continue our class in the next video session class and we'll start with the topic heading next topic that is heading text mathang da heading text ne text formatting text and the remaining part let's see in the next video session class mathang gi video session class da amuk yengasi hojikidi sigi video session class da okay students stay home stay safe and stay healthy